minute. Recording is also started. Mic is working and chat window is also working. Okay, so week number 12 will be same pattern like before. We have one assignment also for week number 12. Same pattern. We will be completing the task during the class, and along with the students also will be completing, and then can make pictures, 10 pictures for this week also. And easy, you guys will be able to make it. If by any reason you cannot make your own pictures, then you guys can write the reason in your assignment file and use the class pictures. But please remember to write some reason, otherwise some little marks will be deducted. And now our E5 subscription is actually disabled, that we have started some time before, but still some functions are working. Some, if I find any function is not working, I have actually started another subscription, and students can also get a new subscription. Especially I found that email is not working, so I start another one. If I need to show some functions that are not supported here, then I will just go to the new subscription and complete that tasks. Otherwise, the same subscription, this one, ms at comp3121z.onmicrosoft.com is working. And I have created a new site also for this week also, as usual. At the end of the class, I will, whatever changes will be in the file, and if I find any other changes, then I will make the changes and upload the version 2. This is version 1 that is already shared with you guys at Blackboard, our usual classroom system from George Brown. And you can find that file, but at the end of the class, after some time, I will edit and then upload the new version, and also upload the class recordings. So it will be a site for week number 12, and I have just edited it a little bit, not much, and then we will continue with our next topics. I will just open this one is my new subscription that I have just created with this email, md@georgebrown3121.onmicrosoft.com, but I'm still using the previous one for most of the tasks. That's here. There are many tabs. Maybe I will close them one by one so we can focus on some tabs. Then I will open them once again when we need them during the class. Just give me a minute. It'll be easy to understand remaining tabs that what we are doing. We just need in the beginning. Okay, maybe I can leave these ones and then start from here. This is starting point, our office.com, and I have logged in already, and this is home page. And then we can click on all the apps, and from here we click on Admin Center, and then Microsoft 365 Admin Center is opened. That is like this, Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And then on this one, we click on our SharePoint Admin Center here, and then our SharePoint Admin Center opens like this. In Microsoft 365, most of the time we work with the users list, active users that are here. And in SharePoint Online, most of the time we are working with active sites. Those are here. This is site for this week. And now the remaining tabs are also easily possible to close. And on this week's site, if we click on the URL, it will open and we can do things with this one. So we see what we are starting with from our PowerPoint slides. Some topics we will just touch and not go in detail. Some we will go in details. We were in SharePoint Admin Center, and there in the more feature, we have some things that were remaining. So info path is one of them. This is actually not deprecated altogether. Microsoft is still keeping it, but it's not recommended. Now, this is actually a forms application. See, enable browser-based info path forms. So these forms were used before in the past, and now we have a new system from Microsoft, Microsoft Forms. So we can use easily that. We have used already that feature, and today also we will use it once again. But we don't need to use now info path. It is also the forms creation app. So here in the picture we can see forms, Microsoft Forms. If we go on our Office and right on the starting page, we can see usually our Microsoft Forms app. If here we click on the main page, starting page, here we can see forms. So this one is new app, new functionality, new website for the forms functionality that we can use. So we will not require to use our this one info path forms. Hybrid picker is also similar thing. We can read some information also on the Microsoft Documents hybrid picker, but this is related with if we have SharePoint server on premises and we want to connect it with our cloud, then we can use this utility hybrid picker. But we don't have our local server, SharePoint server, so we are not also using this functionality. Then after that is OneDrive admin settings. Before, like a year before, in OneDrive there was an admin center for OneDrive, and we have many settings for there, and we studied those. But now this year, during up to this time, Microsoft has moved all those things to the new homes, new paths, and the OneDrive admin center is not anymore available. So we will see where we can find that information. That is also on the on this page. Microsoft also showing on the documentation that where we can find those features. So this one you will remember that we have already configured that sharing. In the sharing, the OneDrive sharing and SharePoint both were on the same page, so we have done that already. This was one of the functions in the OneDrive admin center. So that we have done already. And the next one was synchronization. That we will do today in a little bit more detail, and we will try it. That is also now available in SharePoint Admin Center, and we can find it over there easily. If we go to the SharePoint Admin Center settings, there we find also OneDrive settings. The last one is the synchronization. So if we go to our SharePoint Admin Center settings, so here we can see OneDrive synchronization. If we click on this one, we will see there are synchronization settings. First one is show the synchronization button on the OneDrive website. We'll just leave it clicked on so the users can synchronize the OneDrive with their own devices. That is very helpful. And the Windows system automatically in the background keeps on synchronizing our files. So we will get a folder in our local machine, and then whatever we copy there in our local machine, that will be synchronized with the cloud, our cloud OneDrive. But of course, there are some settings that we can change. So some files will not be synchronized if we want to block that. But if we altogether remove the synchronize button, then it will be a different situation. But we are not removing this one. And the second one is allow sync only on computers joined to a specific domains, only to join to specific domains. This we are not clicking. Otherwise, if we are not in the list of domains, we will lock out ourselves also, our own access. So this one we are not clicking. The third one we will check block upload of specific file types. And I have already added some file types here just for the test purposes, like exe or text1 or sync. I just make up these extensions, data. This is also just, this is the name of the extensions of the files. If there will be a file with this extension, then it will not be, it will be blocked from synchronizing to the cloud. It will still remain there on the local drive. So we can see the functionality, some of the slides, and some we will test ourselves. So for example, if we have uploaded a file into our one of the our OneDrive, then we can see the functionality. First of all, we have set these types of extensions. We want to block these ones. And after that, of course, remember to save. And then after that, if we come back from here, then we will see this list. And for example, I just add another list. If I like not to upload the file, any file, like for example, we say like we can write data1. For example, if a file has an extension data1, we don't want to upload it to our system, our cloud. So we can save it. So when we save it, then we can go back and see if our setting is saved. It is saved here, but sometimes it takes some time to get this thing working, because the Microsoft system takes some time to upload. That we can also read in the documentation. For example, I will show you some documentation here also, or we can read on the internet. Some slides just we go through, like this one. And then I have set up the OneDrive. Before I have also OneDrive. That was for another account, that was for George Brown account. Then I set up for this account specially that we were using. So see, now on my computer, I have this one drive, company one. Remember, this is the name of our company. If we click on here, we can see, yeah, this is the message I will show you. This is the actually showing the same thing. There is no issue. There is actually, we are stopping that file type. So this one is not going. This is the regular functionality. So when we will set up our OneDrive, it will look like this. First, the system will download OneDrive and then set up, and in the folders can be included regular folders like desktop, documents, pictures. I have not included those, but if any user wants to, they can include these ones also. Otherwise, there will be a folder that will be uploaded, that will be synchronized with the with our local device, and we can also synchronize more than one devices to the same cloud account. So I have just selected this one. For example, let me show you the example. Like on my computer, like I can click on open the folder. So this is my OneDrive folder. And in this one, I have a couple of files. I was testing the files that how it works. For example, if I go to another folder and get a file from there into this folder, it will be synchronized in a couple of minutes to the OneDrive in the cloud. Like for example, if I go to quick access and desktop, and here I have George Brown. In the George Brown, like say from here or from week number 12, I just create a text file here, new, and text document. Okay, test doc for OneDrive. One. I just give it a number 1 so we remember. This is dot text, and I just make another window so I can easily go and back. And here I click on OneDrive. Sorry, on this one I need to copy this one, Control C, and I go back to my OneDrive and here Control V. So this is showing it is synchronizing, and see, just in a minute, less than a couple of seconds, it's uploaded. And if we go back to our site, we open OneDrive, then we will see it's not opened yet. If I open it, I will see that file is already there. See this file, test doc for OneDrive 1.txt is already there. It is synchronized. Okay, so now we want to test that. I will show you. See, in that folder, my OneDrive folder, I already have some file. See, this file has an extension DAT, and it shows a red cross because it's not going. It's not uploaded there because we have set already the DAT file will not go. I will show you once again. For example, if I go to my previous folder and I go to week 12 folder, and here this was my file, text file. I just copy it, Control C, Control V, and to this copy I change the name extension. I keep the name same, but here I give it section DATA data. Okay, yes, I change it. Now I copy this file to my shared drive here, OneDrive, and I click Control V. Now the file is here, it's trying to synchronize, but see, it's again shows that red cross because it's not going up. It's not being uploaded because we have blocked this type. And even we can test our new type that we just created now, that was here DATA1 if it is already registered in the system. Otherwise, it will take some time, and then this type of files will be also not uploaded. Let's see right now if it is going or if it is blocked. DATA1. So if we go back again and copy it once again and give it an extension with a new name sorry is the same, but the extension is changed. Then I copy this one into my, sorry, not the week 12, or rather this one. See, already it's here, and it's also not going. Data one, see, that is blocked already. So now the system is updating quickly. So whatever type we will write over there, users will not be able to upload those types of files. Sometimes we think some files may be harmful for our system, for our company, like especially exe files or these types of any types of files that we don't want to, then we can block that files easily to go up to our cloud. And the settings I have shown you already. If we go to SharePoint Admin Center and in its settings and in its synchronizing settings for OneDrive, in that we block upload specific file, and here we register the type. This is the extension. Don't write any dot, don't write any other things, just the extension, and that type of files will be blocked going to the system. Okay, mic is working, recording is working, and everything looks fine. So we can see that we have completed one task, that how we can block some specific types of files going to be uploaded to our OneDrive. From synchronizing process will not take those files and upload to our system. And here we can read the little details of this one. There are some notes also. How we will do that, the process also is here. System says that when the configuration, when we configure this setting, it takes approximately 8 hours, but not necessarily always. We have seen that this time, right away, the setting took effect. But sometimes it can take time. So then we have to wait for the system. So we should test before that we are sure that these types of files are not already uploading. Okay, so the next topic, OneDrive admin settings. Sorry, still the same topic is going on. And I'm showing here that exe types are also not going. When the setting was activated, before it was going. See, this exe file was synchronizing, and at a point of time, it was synchronized. Then I showed another file. Sometimes if we right click on it, if it shows it shows here, we can see view synchronization problems. And then if we click on it, the system will show the item name or type is not allowed. The system is recognizing the problem. It's not a problem, it's the setting that is stopping this file to be uploaded. How that we can see, if we just go there to our folder and right click on it, we can see view synchronization problems, and here we see that this item name or type is not allowed. Similarly, this one is not allowed. Similarly, this one is not allowed. Okay, so this will be also our picture number 1 for today's assignment. That we will take the picture. We will take the picture of the settings, page of the settings. I have shown you 2 times. I will just go through once again. We reach to our SharePoint Admin Center. We click on settings and we reach on this page. We click on synchronization and we reach here OneDrive synchronization. We click on block upload of specific file types, and then we write here a list of the extensions that we don't want to see. Here just make up a list, and here will be your name, username. Then take the picture of this page. I'm just taking another picture to give you guys another example. And I will save into the PowerPoint slides. Okay, let me just change the version of the file. So it will be now the next version of the same file, C3121 week number 12 version 2.pbtx. So I have just copied a second picture for you guys to see the picture number 1, but a second example. This one we can right click, just bring it to the front, and here is the name, username that shows it's my work, and then this topic is completed. If students have any question, you can unmute your mic and just say it. I'm wearing the headphones, so I'll be able to listen you. And or you can write in the chat also. So now we go to the next topic. Next one is the storage limit for OneDrive admin settings. This one also sometimes was working when I was testing it, but sometimes it was not working, but we will see, and the students can also give the feedback that how it's going on their sites. How we start that, how we reach there is the same place where we were working before. We just go to our, see here is the storage limit. We go to our SharePoint Admin Center, we go to settings, and we reach to this page, and it's page OneDrive has 1, 2, 3, 4 settings. Second last one is the storage limit. So we click on the storage limit, and here we have default storage limit. This is default storage limit means when we set this one, this will be changed for all the users. Usually it's 1024. I was just testing and I changed to this one. So for example, if we set it back to 1024 GB, so actually it will be 1 terabyte. So if we want to set this one for our all the users default, then of course we can change specifically each user one by one also if we like to for some users, but this will be for all the users. And we save. Sometimes it works, sometimes gives some problems, sometimes it takes time, but I click on save and we see right now what happens. So it is saved. This is good. Storage limit. If we go back, we see that 1024 is saved now as a default for the storage limit. And I think so this will be our picture also. We just go back. This setting was quick, only one setting, but there is, we can see if we have clicked on this page, and we can see some details also here about the storage. And this is the storage limit for If we want to see if if it is set for a specific user or not, then we can check also. I'll show you right now in a minute. This we have set now 1024 as a default. So if whatever user we see, we will see this one if it is not individually set. So how we can go there? We can go to our users list in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, active users, click on any one of those. Like for example, let me see for first of all, my user, I can click on it and here we see everything is working fine. We have more things here, but right now we are interested in OneDrive. So we click on this one and we see here the limit should be updated. Yes, see now it is 1.33 GB used of 1024 GB because this is now default, and storage space also here showing 1024 GB per user. This is the default setting. For example, if we go back and reduce this one, we see what happens. We go back to our SharePoint Admin Center, and here we change. Sometimes it takes time to be updated, but for 1 terabyte, let's do it half terabyte. So 512 GB. So let's say 512 GB. So let's save it. What happens? First we check it is saved. Yes, it is saved. And then we go back and refresh the page and see if our individual users limits are updated. Of course, not right now, but we refresh and see what happens. If it is quickly updated or it will take time, we will see. Yes, no, it's not yet updated. See, still it's showing 1024 GB. It's not updated quickly. Sometimes it's updated quickly, sometimes it takes time. For example, let's reopen the user and see if it is updated. If we click on OneDrive, we see the limits. It's still showing 1024. We will check it in a while. This is MS, it's the right user. And I have changed, and we go back and see this is also MS. And in the MS, I have changed the OneDrive storage limit up to 512 for each user. And we will see after some time that if this setting is changed there or not. But anyway, if we have to take picture, we can take picture. Here we have already set the storage limit. And we can see this by running the command also. And we can set this also with the PowerShell command also. So we'll take the picture of the settings that we want to show that on OneDrive storage limit for organization, the default is changed. See, last time I changed it to 1 and it was changed, not took so long time, but this time it changed once quickly, but the next time it is taking time. But whatever limit we have set, we can take that picture also. If we go back to our site, if it is not updating, we will take picture of this page. If it is updating, then we will take the picture of this page. I'm clicking just once again to see if it is already updated here. Okay, let me just refresh this page also. Okay, this page is refreshed. We go to MS username and we click on OneDrive and see if the limit has changed. No, this limit is not changed yet. But it's okay. We go back and where we have changed the limit, there we can take the picture. So both pictures will be okay, acceptable. Either this one or the previous one that I have shown you. So this is the new default storage, especially default storage. This is not individual user setting. Default storage, and we can keep this picture here also. Another picture for OneDrive storage limit for organization, default for all users. It is here. And here is my name, MS. That will show this is my site. Okay, so our second topic is also completed, where we have changed the storage limit for OneDrive users, all the users that we create in our tenant that are also users in OneDrive. Of course, if we have not blocked for them the OneDrive creation, then by default they get that. So for OneDrive, they will have this default storage limit. So we have completed that. And the next topic, I want to complete quickly the topics today, because also as usual, we have to complete these topics, and including then we have to complete 4 topics for our project. So just a reminder that each week we are completing 4 steps, 4 topics for our project, just like assignments, 4 topics and then 4 pictures to show our work. And in the project, I will highly recommend that you guys take your own work and send the pictures of those. But of course, if by any reason you cannot make your own pictures, then you can use the class pictures, but please write the reason, otherwise your marks will be deducted. Some marks will be deducted. And as last time I have reminded also that these are 4 pictures, 4 the right away the file is assigned 40 marks. Once I have assigned 100 marks by mistake, then I change that. So every week the project will have 40 marks, but the actual calculation is different. The complete project has 24 marks out of our 100 marks to our complete course. So 24 marks out of 100 marks for our complete course. So that will be of course calculated later, but right away you get marks from the 40 marks for each project, 4 steps. And remember to submit each week a separate file so you can get the 40 marks for that week. If you just put 8 pictures or 12 pictures in 1 week, I'm not able to assign more than 40 marks. And so you don't get the marks for your other pictures. You get only marks for that 4 pictures. And the week that you miss, if you don't submit a file for your project, you will lose that 40 marks. The submission is open, so you guys can submit late also. I just want to submit files from all my users. So the submission is open, but remember to submit 4 pictures of that week for your project into the respective week folder of the project. Okay, so the next topic is change for a specific user OneDrive storage space. Change for a specific, it was change a specific users, or like for a specific user OneDrive storage space. Maybe I just change it a little bit. Change OneDrive storage space for a specific user. Sorry. I'll upload the updated file after a little bit time after the class, when the class completes. And I'll just go through the file once again, and Whatever new pictures are added, those also will be included, and if anything more important should be added, I will add that and then upload the file once again. Then you guys can get it, the second version of the file. And then you complete the assignment and the project with the help of that file. Mic is working, sharing is working, recording is working, everything looks fine. So we go to the next topic. If you guys have any question, you guys can unmute your mic and just say it, and then we can discuss that or write in the text chat box, chat window. For specific user, how we do that, the same page is easy. The setting is also easy to change. How we do that, we go to our same setting, sorry, not here, the other page that we have our page for users. On these pages, we have OneDrive setting for your organization, this one, and this one is storage used for one user. If we want to change for any one user, we can change it here. Like for example, if I change for myself, I can edit it right now here, and maximum storage for this user is 1024. For example, I just change it once again. I'm not using this much. I change it to 512 and save it. And first of all, we have to see if it is saved, because sometimes it gives problems. We couldn't save your changes. Please try again. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it was saved right away. Sometimes it takes time. Yeah, so sometimes it's not saved. I will show you. I hope so. I have both the messages that I can show you. This is a little bit information that you guys can read here, that how we do that and what are the rules and regulations. Also, we can change that with SharePoint, with PowerShell, if we want to use that command. And this is the information that in megabyte we set. Actually 1 terabyte should be this much megabyte, and then system will convert it itself into GB and terabytes. We can also check OneDrive storage quota. So here I was just using the other subscription also to go to the email, but right now not needed. I will just show you the next picture. I hope so it's here. OneDrive storage limit for a specific user. So either we can save it, if either we are not able to save it. If we are able to save it, we will see a message like this, green message, that storage limit is changed. And if we are not able to, then we will see the message that we have just seen right now like this. The storage limit is not changed. But even this is the case, we can take the picture and show it that at least we have reached here and we know how to change the storage limit for a specific user, and we copy here the file. I will just copy it right on the top of it. So then we have both examples. One example is success example where we are able to change, and one is unsuccess example that we are not able to change. Both will be accepted, or this one, of course, before saving, we can show that we have changed the storage limit. So this will be our picture number 3, maybe a mistake. Let me just go back and see. I believe I was expecting picture number 2. But let's go back once again and see. I will just go back to top and find pictures. Or there is a mistake in the numbers. Sorry, I got pictures, should write picture. So this was our picture one that we have gone through already, showing that which file types we want to block to be uploaded to our cloud in OneDrive. So that was the first one. This is another example. And this is the second one. Actually, I missed that, or I have told you. This is the storage limit for the whole organization. I think so. I have told you. I have gone through this one also. This is for the default for all the users and the setting for our entire organization. Okay, so this was his picture number 2. If you guys have not taken it, I can show you once again. That is right there actually on the same page. If we cancel this one, SharePoint Admin Center, storage limit, no, sorry, not here, on this one. This is the storage limit for one user, and this is for default storage limit. So this picture, the picture for also showing the storage space, and the same picture actually can be used for showing the space for a specific user. Okay, so picture number 2 is for the organization, default value for all the users. And picture number 3 is OneDrive storage limit for a specific user. This picture or any one of these two pictures are acceptable. Both shows that we are there where we can set the storage limit for a specific user. And this topic is completed. If there is any question, you guys can ask by microphone, or you guys can ask by the text chat window. If not, then we go to the next topic. Okay, so we go to the next topic, and that is, this is still that storage page, and we are looking at this setting. Actually, this picture is showing that previous year we have a setting like this, OneDrive Admin Center settings, and this year we have settings like this, SharePoint Admin Center settings. So these this setting, the last one, the synchronization, we have completed, and storage limit we have completed. And we will also see if we can go through this one, retention. Yeah, retention on the OneDrive. We can also do that. It is right there in the settings. We will see it. And in the retention, we can write number of days. How we set that, it is easy in the SharePoint Admin Center and in the settings, and this third last setting, OneDrive, is retention. When we click on it, we see its details also. Retention, what it means, I have just changed that last time. There was 30 to 60. Specifically, the default retention, specify the default retention for a user's OneDrive, and the user is deleted. This is the scenario. If we delete a user, sorry, changing this setting also affects OneDrive accounts already in the retention period. So we can write here the number of days that we want to keep their files when a user is deleted. For example, if we write 90, let's see if it is able to, if we are able to save. Sometimes system saves it right away. Sometimes it takes time and says not able to save. And then for these many days, the user files will be available that we can copy and give to that user. And but if this time is passed, then the user files will be deleted eventually. So if we save and see that retention period, yeah, it is saved. And we just see if we like to make a picture of this uh, setting. Here is the information that we can study. Set the OneDrive retention for deleted users. You can click on this link also. And this is how we set this. And this is the next actually. So we are not taking a picture of this setting. I think so. Let me just do a couple of more pages. No, we are not taking the picture of this setting. Okay, so retention just completed here. Is related topics usually come at the end of the page. And device access page, but these settings we have gone through once before also. I will just go through it quickly because these came in front because their device access page was also in the previous OneDrive Admin Center, and now we can see in the SharePoint Admin Center. But these settings, we cannot change them unless we have a paid subscription. So we will just go through these and leave them as it is. See, if we go to our policies and access control, then we see these 4 settings. We can click them one by one and see the settings are there, but it is showing that we cannot change them. Yeah, this we can change, that idle session sign out. This we can change, and it has effect if the user has not selected that let him stay on. If he has selected that stay on, then this setting will not take effect. The next network location, we don't change it because if we only allow a specific IP address, then we have to give our own address, otherwise we'll be logged out. And some companies assign always a new address, IP address, when we are logging in. That may be also a difficult situation. If we have not given that the range or the specific address, then we will be locked out. Apps that don't use the modern authentication, we can also exclude them, or we can leave them. This is the next topic. So before that, I will just show you guys these settings. This is just in the retention. Yeah, sorry, that we have done already. And notifications, no, this is the different one. Allow notifications, yeah, this is okay. And with the policies, we have access control. Sharing, that we have done already. Access control, we have also gone through before. Just once again, that unmanaged devices, we need that paid subscription. Idle session, we can set this setting like this, time for idle session and time for notification. And but this will only take effect if this user has not selected stay signed in. And network location, that is also a difficult one. If we select this one, then we have to be careful to add our own IP address or the range of IP addresses, otherwise we'll be logged out. And we can also see this one, allow access to the previous apps that do not use modern authentication, or we don't want to use, we want to block them. It's up to us. So these settings, and I believe we are not taking any picture of this one, and we are going to the next topic. Just give me a minute so I take a sip of tea. So the next one is mobile application management. And the Microsoft system says that are no longer being updated here, and we recommend creating app protection policies in the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center. Learn how. Link is also here, and refer to the following table to identify the Intune. We need Intune for most of these settings that correspond to the settings in the OneDrive Admin Center. But we can click here to reach to this setting, or just copy that link, copy the link, and then we can click here and start a new tab and copy this link over there, and we can reach Microsoft Endpoint. And this is related with the Azure, and some of those are not allowed into the old system because our subscription is disabled. This subscription is disabled, that MS. And we see if we click on many things, most of the things will not be allowed. You see this one, like monitor, also like all these things slowly will be unavailable. If we click on devices, see this is also not allowing for this one. Also, if we go to the new subscription, and then it will be some of those things are available. So I have just switched to the new subscription, and in this one, see if we click on the things, it will be available. I clicked on the policies for Office apps and created one. So it was available to create policy. And this is Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center, but Microsoft promotes that we get the paid subscription for Intune, and then most of these functionalities will be working. Okay, so here I'm showing that some of them are blocked and some of them are available in the new subscription. And if we go to the overview, we can see this picture. If we go to the apps, we can see, we can create the policy for the Office apps, and that I will show you how we can do that. Not in this one, sorry. If we go here in the apps, we click on the policies. Can we do that? Yes, we can create here also, and we can create here in a new subscription also. So here is the link in the policy for the Microsoft Office apps. We can click create, and then we can create one. Of course, the name of the policy, let's say policy 1. I give it policy 2, so just to remember that it's the second policy created in this one. And we need to set the select type. This policy configuration applies to users, or this policy configuration applies to users that access document anonymously using Office web apps. Anonymously means no login, and if we click on this one, we then can select a group of the users also. Then we select on the next one, group of the users. If we just enter, we will see whatever groups we have. We don't have any groups here. So this is the new one. Okay, let me go to the previous one. policy configurations on this tenant. Let's create here name policy 1. Sorry, I was saying policy 2. So let me just click here policy 3. And we click on the user, and here we see if we can get any. Yeah, here we have groups like DNS admins and all other groups are here. Security group 1, security group 3 that we have created already in this tenancy. So we can select here, and so we have selected one group. Then we can click on configure policies. So in this one, there are many scenarios that use Access 2007 compatible cage, allow trusted locations, block or unmanaged add-ins, block macros, clear cache on close. This is the easy one. So I'm just taking this one as an example. Clear cache on close. So we say enable clear cache on close on Windows, and then we click apply, and that is selected here. You cannot see it, but it is selected over there. And then we click on create. So before there was no policy, and then we will see that one policy, if system can create it, will be created. See, the policy is created. So we will see that if we want to take a picture of this page, then we are creating the policy for the devices. That will be policy for the Office apps using on the devices, Office apps. The policy is created. So this one will be our picture number 4, and we can take the picture of our policy that is created right now. This will be another example for this picture, number 4. A new policy is created. Here will be our name that can show that this is our work. See this one, and this shows that new policy is created. So this is another step that is completed, and we'll take a break, but I have to decide according to the time of my salah. Just give me 1 minute, please. And okay, so our file is already 1 hour and 4 minutes. So we take a break right now, 10 minutes break, and then we'll be back. This is 7:05. We come back at 7:15. So I will just write here in the chat 10 minutes break, and I will stop the recording.